Let's talk.
Exactly. Andy Bernard would be severely disappointed in you.
Let's talk our favorite hockey movies. This was a recommendation last week from Biscuit.
Biscuit.
We got to set some ground rules on this because we had mentioned this last week when Biscuit brought this up. Are we doing Mighty Ducks as a franchise or as individual movies? It's got to be a franchise, right? Like we got to group them together. Okay, so all Mighty Ducks movies are together. Okay, fair enough. So with that being said, Scott, I will. Drew, let's go to you first. Drew, what is number 5 on your list of top 5 hockey movies all time?
All right, number 5 here. And sorry, just going to borrow a little time while I pull up my notes here and make sure I can count backwards to 5. Perfect. I can do that with that Xavier education. And number 5 for me would be Goon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Stifler showing up again in the place that he belongs, on the ice, just fighting dudes, having a great time, and just being a hockey bro, man. Yeah, so number 5, Goon.
I'm going to jump in here, and I also have Goon as number 5 on my list because Stifler on Ice is a fantastic flick. Goon is number 5 on my list. Scott, what do you got as number 5 on your list?
I put Goon just out of my top 5, but coming in at number 5, I had to go with the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Had to make it somewhere on this list, so I'm going with Tooth Fairy at number 5, with starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Read the fucking notes.
Son of a bitch, Scott. You son of a bitch.
I told you I was hoping to do that, but I didn't read the notes, so...
God bless it, Scott. All right, no. I can salvage this. It's fine. We can salvage this.
I don't think so because now I want to pivot. But
nope,
fine,
we can
whatever.
salvage it.
It's
I'll
cool.
pivot. I got this.
I'll just
it's fine.
pervert myself.
I will salvage. I will salvage this.
It's fine.
I didn't want any
It's
spoilers.
fine. Yeah, you fucked it all up, Scott. This wasn't even the spoiler.
Dick.
This was the text message thread about how we were handling this whole segment. You have me so furious right now. My face is so goddamn red.
75 motherfucking messages today, dude. Like I can't get to them during the workday. I've signed off.
And Drew got
75 fucking
Drew knew
messages.
it. Drew knew what we were doing with this.
You said don't step on your joke. I didn't know what your joke was going to be.
No, that wasn't the joke. That wasn't the bit. I'm not talking about the joke. Yes, you can step on the jokes within the top 5, but you ruined the bit anyways.
What are you, new
Drew,
here?
what's number 4? What do you got number 4?
Christ.
I'm still going to try to save this, but he's probably going to fuck it up for me later, too.
No, Mike, it's okay. It's okay. Hold on.
If you don't like Tooth Fairy, the next 2 ain't going to do it for you.
It probably won't. But so what I'm going to do before we move into number 4 to like calm things down and like mellow it out a little bit is talk about our honorable mentions. And so our first honorable mention.
Wait, don't do the honorable mentions because Scott will probably ruin that too. Save those. Save them. Go on to number 4. We can't. Everything is out the window, Drew. Everything is out the window.
Honorable mentions aren't going to fuck us up. They'll only screw.
No,
Scott,
I know, but I might need to dip into those to save the bit.
Oh, man, I do that hockey. Y'all ain't going to sit here and talk trash
Mike,
about me.
you get to pick 1, 2, or 3 then. I'm burning the other 2.
No, just go with number 4. Go with number 4. We'll come back to honorable mentions.
Bullshit.
Go to number 4.
My honorable mentions were solid.
They are solid.
Shit.
They are solid.
Number 4. Number 4 on my list of hockey movies was the Slapshot franchise. Because again, call. Man, like that was hockey when hockey was good. And let's be honest, they could have honestly called that shit a documentary and you wouldn't have known. But again, number 4 is Slapshot. Classic shit. I mean, those brothers with the actual quality mullets, like those assholes from the Mighty Ducks Bash Brothers wouldn't exist without Slapshot. So Slapshot at number 4.
Very good call. Number 4, I got Tooth Fairy. Scott, what do you got at 3 or at 4? Sorry.
I have the Nicolas Cage, John Travolta classic Face Off. Face Off at number 4. It's one of the best hockey movies you can possibly see.
That's a good. That's a good call. That's a very good call.
What in the fuck is happening?
No, that's a great call. That's a great call.
Yeah, I mean, are you mad that you didn't think of it, Drew?
Drew, what do you have at number 3?
I burned things because I was like, nah, man, we're gonna at least keep it hockey adjacent.
Well, what are you talking about? Face Off. The name of the movie is what
is
happens
it's
at
hockey.
The beginning
Yes,
of every hockey
exactly,
game ever.
exactly.
Face Off.
Go. Yes, go ahead, Drew.
God damn it, Mike. I'm so pissed at you right now. I'm so pissed about this.
Why me? I didn't ruin the bit. I didn't ruin the bit.
You're pissed at Mike. This is great.
Because I gotta give fuck this. I'm doing it my way now. Number 3, which would not have been number 3, but I'm changing it intentionally to save 1 and 2 for what they deserve. Number 3 is Mighty Ducks because this is where
I could have saved it. Fine.
Saved it. What the
Fine.
fuck? You dipped into
Fine.
the other thing.
Number 3,
Fine.
Wayne's
No,
World. Number three is Wayne's World.
No, fuck you. Number
No,
3.
blow
Ice
me.
Guardians.
You ruined it.
No, I'm doing it.
You ruined it. Fine. Mighty Ducks. You blew it. Nope, you ruined it. Mighty Ducks is your number 3. Great. My number 3.
Bullshit.
My number 3 is Wayne's World.
It's my fault.
Yes. Now it's your fault because I could have saved it. I could have saved it, but you ruined
How did you
it.
save this? If you wouldn't have argued about this, we could have kept moving on. Number 3, Mighty Ducks, because it's a great series. We all grew up with.
Number 3,
It's
Wayne's
one of the
World.
Few movies.
I gotta say, I like this white on white crime.
What else is hockey, Scott, besides white on white crime? Who
Well,
fights
that's
each
fine.
other in the middle of the ring?
Scott, what's your number 3?
Well, Ed just took my number 3. He's reading my mind. I have Happy Gilmore at number 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn it!
Happy Gilmore coming
Yeah.
out at a solid number 3.
That's a good solid 3. Drew, what's
You know
your number
what,
2?
Scott? I'm so glad the Stars just scored. Fuck you and your Avalanche.
It's okay. There's plenty of time, baby. We're good.
Drew, what's your number 2?
I don't even know anymore, man.
Good. Drew quits.
even know.
My number
don't even
2.
know.
My number 2, Swingers. I went with Swingers for number 2.
Oh, I missed. That's a good one.
That's a terrible
Deep
fucking goal
cut.
to give up, by the way.
Deep cut on that one. Scott, what's your number 2?
I am going to bring it back to Miracle at number 2.
Oh,
Miracle is
very
my,
good.
my number 2.
Very good
Yeah.
call.
Wow, that is
Actually, hockey.
trash.
Drew, do you want to jump back in on this and give 2 and 1?
I do. 'cause
Okay,
I
what's
wanna
your 2 and
throw
1?
I want to throw a shout out to number 2 being Ice Guardians. Fantastic film on Netflix. Gives the history, the evolution, and the importance of enforcers in hockey and why it matters. Without guys out there throwing fists to protect their players, their teammates, injuries go up, careers are shortened, and the game suffers for it. So that's why that shit was number 2, which I made number 3 to play along on the bit that Scott couldn't bother to be involved in.
Very good call.
Do that hockey. You won't talk to me.
Who's your number 1, Drew? What's your number 1?
My number 1 is The Russian Five, the somewhat documentary film about the success of the Russian Five line from Detroit back in the late 90s that brought us our Stanley Cups. Absolutely quintessential time of my life, my childhood, but high quality hockey played by tacticians that understood and played the game at the highest of levels, but then also had it end tragically early with that terrible limo crash. Great film. I dare you to watch it and not cry.
All right, my number 1, Threat Level Midnight. This was the Michael Scott movie that he did in The Office about Michael Scarn. Where he saves the NHL All-Star game by becoming a hockey player, playing in the game and knocking the puck out of the stadium to save it. Plot twist, the president was in on it. Scott, what's your number 1?
There was never a doubt. Coach Bombay and crew, the whole franchise, Mighty Ducks, baby.
Yeah.
So that was going to be your save. Is we were going to go 3, 2, 1, Mighty Ducks, and
I was going to bust out Threat Level Midnight. Yeah, way to fuck it up, Drew. Way to fuck it
why-
up by
but
bringing up.
Why did you pull from the honorable mentions then? Because I thought you just mailed that shit in. How did you?
No,
not
I
mention
told you I could
Threat-
save it. I told you I could
Yeah,
save
but you
it.
never mentioned Threat Level Midnight pre-show before this idiot showed up.
This has been our top 5 hockey movies, everybody. Thanks for this, Biscuit.
Asshole.
I pulled a pin and walked away.
The whole thing leading up to
I have
this.
never been so simultaneously mad and excited at the same time.
Oh, this was the best skit ever.
I mean, it basically worked out way better than what it was going to. Like, let's
really
face
did.
it. The original gag of you guys having the same number 1 and me coming up with what I was originally going to say was going to be Tooth Fairy.
Goal
That was
Avalanche.
going to be my number 1. I was going to say Tooth Fairy while you guys said Mighty Ducks. And haha, that's funny that Mike ruined the 3-2-1 again. But this ended up working out way better. But goddamn,
How did
that
we
was
never consider Threat Level Midnight though? That's brilliant.
it
Man.
was on my list the whole time. That was going to be one that I surprised you guys with. That was going to be my number 2, just out of the Tyson next week golf movies.
Thought Face Off was the best.
Face Off was well done. That was the best part about Face Off was how long it took Drew to get the joke. Like,
Oh no, I understood the joke. It was fucking stupid though.
I knew the best part was when I thought about it. That was when I texted you guys. I love my hockey list, and I was like, "This one will probably piss Drew off."
Face Off was so well done.
It's a terrible movie to begin with.
Bullshit. Golden Guns.
See, the problem is that Mike, we talked some of this stuff, and I had some plans like. When we threw out the Happy Gilmore, I was going to say, yeah, exactly. Like that quality movie, that's a hockey movie, just like Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Actually, that's what I was thinking.
Shade.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking when I did it. I was like, it's as much like a hockey movie as Die Hard.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely it is. But man, I had my list of all goof movies, and I was just going to change whatever one you didn't say I was going to use as my number one to save the bit. But then Drew throws in Mighty Ducks and fucks up the whole bit. So then it's complete shit, and this whole show is gone to hell.
Here's the thing, dickhead. You could have said that shit to me pre-show.
I said I saved it. I said I could save it, and you still threw out Mighty Ducks.
It live on air doesn't mean shit to me because I'm not talented. I wasn't a professional performer who did stand-up that could handle this.
You had one job, Drew. Mighty Ducks at number one. That was your one job. And I said I could save it. It wouldn't be up to you. All you had to do is keep Mighty Ducks at number one. That's it. But it doesn't matter.
It's not number one,
It worked out way better.
You asked me to lie to begin with, and I wasn't cool with it. But I said, but you know what? For the betterment of the show, I'll fucking bite the bullet here and just, take one up the ass because of this. But when Scott fucked it up, I was like, no, I ain't doing this, man. Like Russian 5, number one.
Robert Taylor, the skit getting fucked was on brand, so good job. Yes, it was. It was typical Craft Brewed Sports.